So it is Friday afternoon. I'm just calling it a day for work. Although I do have to get back on for about 15 minutes later. I didn't completely finish, but it is time to get in the legs and shoulders. Got a shot in the arm earlier today. Making my weight goal for the month. So, that's really propelling me to continue to push. That positive reinforcement, seeing the hard work paying off really helps. So I want to make a drive to make this next goal. So starts today. I know I just got the goal today, but no time to celebrate. Rick is on the way. So we are going to get into legs and shoulders.
Because of their second issue, they become increasingly insular. We don't need the external voices. We have everything figured out. So when Dallas trash players and pays them a lot, it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. Our guys are great. Well, they're good. You're paying them great money. Dallas does it different than all the top teams in the league, like a Buffalo or a New England. New England just got
we drafted a quarterback. Chapman and Richie Brees had a hell of a year, but they still traded him.
They return their quarterback, and they're underdog Mac Jones.
I'm sure his first 2 years were much better than
two wins last year, throwing for under 200 yards. That's 1978 football. So last year I went 7 for 7 predicting the AFC. It's not brilliant, although that needs to be considered. It's because the AFC is an easier conference to predict. But what they're telling me, remember this, since 1991, 4 teams, new teams every year make the playoffs. Every single year since 1991, 4 teams minimum that didn't make the playoffs do, and 4 teams that made the playoffs don't. Every single year. So Miami didn't last year. They were an inch away, and executives are telling you, oh no, they're going to go backwards. But they're not going to get every break. Their schedule is inarguably much tougher this year, and New England's back. So this is the AFC East. I know you don't love the early season projections, but I think the AFC North's going to have a couple playoff teams. Baltimore, Cleveland, Pittsburgh, pick 2 of the 3. I think the AFC West is going to have a couple playoff teams in Kansas City and the Chargers. And I think the AFC South likely only has 1. So that leaves 2 for the AFC East. The question is, will it be New England or Miami, assuming Buffalo doesn't fall off the map? So I think that's their ceiling. I think their ceiling is, I want to say 10-6, but I guess 11-6, 10-7, in that range. And being a good, very well coached, good defensive, average offense. Average offense is probably the ceiling, even with all the additions. That's how I land on it. What say you?
Shit, the Patriots are in it.
The whole situation, it was so interesting. The fact that they cut Cam obviously means that they didn't.
I forgot that 7 teams make the playoffs now.
The only one that's about.
I don't think it was from a performance standpoint.
That changes things. Mac Jones had Nelson Aguilar.
3 running productions. Quarterback becomes much less.
He's not even the number 2 on most teams.
That's Patriot line. And I look at that running back depth, and I'm like, I gotta be honest. I'm not gonna ask Mac Jones to do a ton. Are they maybe, for the first time in our lives, a little undervalued in New England this year?
Yeah, maybe. I'll go with that because you're absolutely right. I mean, the O-line grades out really well, and the running back position is depth. It's also, I think, different types of players, Matt's there.
Yeah.
Added tight ends, and there's a ton of maybes at receiver still, which, I don't know what their obsession with that is. I think when they played that inside passing game where they had guys on short routes and getting 3 up line of scrimmage, they just dominated everybody. I think Brady had a hell of a lot more to do with that than anybody else has. But here's what I'd say about Mac Jones. The preseason is irrelevant. I think Cam's lack of availability factored into this, but I think Mac also is competing against Cam that hasn't been great in the last couple of camps, and we saw how bad it went last year for a bunch of different reasons. So is Mac the guy because he's the next amazing rookie quarterback, or this guy who's going to run the franchise for 10 years, or is he being compared to Cam Newton that feels like he's going in the wrong direction? There's another number I think that's scary. I agree with you. Josh McDaniels in the 4 seasons as an OC or a head coach without Tom Brady, points per game.
And you got to make sure when you build a staff, you have people on the staff that push back. Because Jim will just run you over. And Gruden will just run you over. And I do feel like Jim got a little too much power at Michigan based on his Super Bowl and the contract. And I think he needs people to push back. That's my, 30,000 feet view. What do you make of that?
I think that sounds good in theory. I don't think that that's right because he's been giving up power for a while. Josh Gaddis, remember, came in a couple of years ago and totally changed the offense. You know, and he kind of exited from that role of trying to be the main identity of the offense. I think that this reminds me a lot. Do you remember back in like the early, 2011, 2012, Colin, when Mac Brown had struggled for a couple of years? They go to the national championship in 2009. Colt McCoy goes down, Bama wins. And then they struggle for a couple of years, and then he just fired his whole staff, right? And he brought in all these new guys. Now, if you'll remember, they were very good young coaches, and they have since gone on.
Back in college football. And I agree with you on the presence. I think it's very good for college football. And so you like those type of things. And so, you know, I don't know what's going on inside of the program, but I really admire, respect how he's competing and fighting to get this thing right. You know, I mean, in terms of the salary, the coaching staff, and trying to get the recruiting thing going. Everything in his power. And, you know, he's fighting titles.
Football similarly, there's so much money now, people are impatient. Let's say you take over, a good name program, not great good, you got 7 wins, you're okay. What is a reasonable amount of time? When you took over Washington, they were winning about 7 games. How many years did it take you before you got your staff and thought, we can really go toe-to-toe with almost anybody?
It's going to take about 18 to 24 months to transform.
Playoff championship aspirations, and you're going to pin that because you're good as your backup. Because if something happens to your starter, you're going to have to come in for a week or maybe longer, and he needs to stem the tide. He needs to pull it in the road and make sure
I'm at the 15.
And so they believe.
I feel it.
Now I don't know where all this newfound belief, faith in Cooper Rush has come from. Because this is the same guy that they cut last year after they signed him to your deal. Get Andy Dalton off the strap. He Andy Dalton was $7 million. They didn't believe in Cooper Rush then, but they believe in Cooper Rush now. The thing that they have going for them is there's no rush to sign Cam because Cam didn't sign until late June last year. It didn't seem like a whole lot of people were beating down Cam's door to get him into the.
This is where the 2.5 weights come in handy.
Oh, yeah. So good workout today. Workout complete. Legs and shoulders done. Definitely getting stronger on the military press. I was able to push up 7 times with 115 on. So, you know, the process of getting stronger is smaller, but it is occurring with the consistency. We rarely miss workouts. So, you know, seeing the strength build, want to continue to see that body fat go down, want to continue to build muscle. So good work today. I still owe my last set of calisthenics. I did them at 9, 12, 3. I owe my 5 o'clock set. So gonna knock that out. And then a rest day tomorrow, a much needed rest day. No lifting, no running. So just gonna relax tomorrow. So good work. Gonna enjoy this 3-day weekend. And I'm back at it on Sunday morning with a lifting session.